Hello, everyone. Welcome to our highly anticipated webinar on Calypso Studio Voice. We are very thrilled to have you, each and every one of you, with us in order to explore this exciting world of voice technology and its incredible potential. And talking about voice, we believe that at the forefront of this potential stands Calypso Studio Voice, a cutting-edge platform that empowers businesses and developers to build their own applications. In this case, voice applications. Calypso Studio has a very intuitive design, but it has powerful capabilities. And it will open you a lot of possibilities, enabling you to build voice applications with voice recognition, language understanding, and dynamic voice responses. Through this webinar, we will explore the potential of this platform, and we will be with Emmanuel Barros, which will guide you through the platform's features. Emmanuel will provide as well an insightful demonstration, and will share with you best practices to help you unlock the full potential of voice technology in your own projects with Calypso Studio. Whether you're an entrepreneur, you're a developer, or you're simply curious by the immense possibilities of voice technology, this webinar is designed to equip you with the knowledge and tools necessary to stay at the forefront of this field with Calypso Studio. Of course, as always, we encourage you to participate in the webinar, to ask questions. You can ask questions in the Q&A part of the webinar, and of course to engage with us. If not in the questions, you can always send us an email if your questions appear later on. Once again, warm welcome to you all. And let's get started. Emmanuel, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. You can see me?
Yep.
And can you see my screen? No.
We see you for now. We can see your face.
Okay, let me... And now?
Yeah, now we can see your screen.
Okay, good.
Okay,
thank you.
I'm gonna put myself on mute. I will send a message to everyone on the Q&A so that you know where to send your questions. Emmanuel, up to you.
Thank you. Good afternoon, all. Thank you for joining us today. Calypso Voice, Calypso and Voice. Let's start by this. It's long been in Calypso, and we think we have some customers using it, but I think more people can use it. It's very simple to use. It's very intuitive, and as you can see, I already have a project here that has nothing, just two buttons, and just to make clear things. What I will show you today is two products. One that you already know and probably you already have, that's Calypso Professional, and we will check what we call the actions that are on native speech recognition. And then I will enable Calypso Voice, that's a different product, and we will see how this works, okay? My goal here is not the full training today, okay? I don't have 1 hour or 30 minutes. It's not enough to explain everything, okay? It's just like I just want to open your curiosity and to tell you that's possible, and that is very useful, okay? So why voice in the beginning? It's simple. It's faster for a person to speak, and it's faster for a person to listen instead of grabbing a phone and reading, okay? Grabbing a phone and reading something, sometimes it takes too much time. And if you get a voice message or a warning, without you need to see the screen, it's faster for your user. Okay, that's one potential. So let's go and start with the let me go here with the voice part that is on your Calypso professional application. And the most simple part is to write something and just speak there. Okay, that's what I call text to speech. So I have a text that can come from a variable, from a database, from I don't know, anywhere, and we want to speak it. Okay, I will not use. I strongly recommend that you, if you are using a voice application, probably it's better to use a headset. But I cannot use that, otherwise you'll not listen anything. Okay, so first, if you don't know the language where your application will run, it's better to define the language. Okay, and this native voice, in the case of Android, will use Android system. If it's an iPhone, we'll be using Apple system. I will use English, and you can choose from any voice available, or you can specify if you want a voice to be male or female. Okay, and then voice message. You can, of course, write your own message like this. Okay, let's do this very easy. Okay, well, let's generate this, and let's bring my phone. As you know, sometimes it doesn't like to go. Okay, it's here. Update. Let's see if this is loud enough. Joe, please tell me if you listen this. Did you get something? No?
No.
Now? No.
I don't get anything.
I know why. The voice is, I need to disconnect this.
Okay.
Hello.
Now you can.
Yep, we can
Hello.
listen to it right now. Yeah. Great.
Okay. So the reason why it's not using it's because the program that I use, Screen Copy, transmit the sound to my computer. Okay. But the interface doesn't matter too much here. So let's keep like this. Okay. So if I want to type something and speak it, it's quite easy. Just instead of this, I can just grab my input. That's it. Let's generate an update. Update this. Now I'm typing something. Okay.
Hello world.
Okay. Hello world. Everybody knows that when we start programming. So
just to be clear, Manuel, you're sending it to your smartphone so that we are listening to it, right?
Let me try to show you. Okay.
So okay, great. Because you're not sharing the screen of the smartphone, so we can
yes.
have a better look on it. Great.
Yes, it's a bit tricky to I don't know to do voice also transmitting voice.
Sure.
That's also why I'm not using the simulator. You can test this on the simulator, but believe me, when we are transmitting, it will be a mess. Okay.
No, but we can use your webcam and it's completely fine. We can see it.
Okay. So that's the simplest and easiest part, text to speech. And let me give you an example of, let's say you as a distribution application and you want to spell out the name of the user Or I've seen a very interesting case of a medical clinic, and they use this functionality to call the patient instead of the medical staff calling on the microphone. This voice, it's clear, and you don't need to spend the time calling Emmanuel for the room 3. Okay, so very easy, very simple. It's basically just one action, native support. Let's move on. Okay, and let's move for the next part, speech recognition. This is what I call it's brute speech recognition. Okay, this has no AI, this has no understanding of the world. This will literally translate what I say the best way he can to text. That's it. Okay, this doesn't understand open the door or turn on the lights. This doesn't understand any of that. This is not Alexa or Siri or the other voice helping guys. In reality, this is just the part of the voice recognizing your voice, translating to text, and then when you have the text, you can do anything else. Okay. So let's do that. Okay, let me create a new. Oops. So this will be speech to text. And the other one, let's call it by the correct name, it's text to speech. Okay. So speech to text. Let's delete this, delete that. Okay. You can define again the language if you want. And it's just this activate recognizer. You can change if you want to show the interface to recognize or not, or if you don't want to show, you can show a message here. This again can be dynamic. So as you can see, the target of the text will go to variable 0 and the confidence can go to the variable 1. And I will just place that set value. I will place the target first and then the message to our input. Okay. And I will make our input bigger and multi-line. Okay, so let's just confirm, give it proper names, text, speech to text, and the confidence. Okay. Okay. Let me update the application. Okay, now I have here the application. I'll try to say something and see if Google's can recognize my not so good English. Hello, Calypso. Okay. He didn't quite get right Calypso, or maybe yes, that was the name for the Jacques Cousteau boat, but it's recognized. Let's try to say something. I don't know. What's the weather today? Okay, that's a more complex and fairly fast message, and he got everything right. Let me just show you. What was the final result? See, it got what's the weather today with a confidence level of 97. So he's pretty confident that got this right, and it's perfect. What's the weather today? So the speech to text is very good. Again, let's say you are delivering a package and you need to record the name of the person. You can just spell it out. He will write it. Or let's say you want to save some kind of memo. Okay, so you are working and you don't want to type, so you can just speak it, and this will write it. And of course, you can also go further. Then you can trigger actions in your application if you detect, let's say, the weather. If you detect the word weather, then you can trigger something in the application. That's quite easy. If you find let's say string count, if the source string will be the input, and the string to count will be weather. If you find that, and if that it's bigger than 0, okay, you have the word weather in the text, then you send the message raining. Okay, that's a bit stupid example, but it's something that you can do. You can trigger things by what you recognize. Okay, let's update the application. Move the cable. Native. What's the weather today? It's raining. Okay. It's not, but I wish it was. It's quite hot. Okay. This is the native part. Very easy. It's already included in Calypso Professional. And it's basically this. Okay. There's some questions regarding that part before I go into the it's better to split this in two parts. Sorry to just tell you now, João.
Yes,
Regarding
no
that part.
worries.
Yes,
No worries.
regarding
I
that
was
part.
just looking. Yeah, I was just looking at into the questions because we already have 3. The first one is from Clement, a great friend of us. Greetings from Slovenia. Hi, Clement. I'm not sure if the Slovenian language is supported in native text to speech. Do you maybe have any information regarding this? It is connected with Google Android.
To be honest, I don't know if Google has that. We have that too. Slovenian Google text to speech. Normally, text to speech is easier, and they normally have the other way around, not so much speech to text. Speech to text language. So it's basically this. Okay. This is showing in. I think it is something. Okay. You need to try it. Okay.
Great. Maybe trying it, you can figure it out. The next question is from Matthias. Will you explain how to work with numbers?
Yes, but on the native part. This here, because it's how can I say? It's so basically what we are doing here. It's if it has English inside, it can try to recognize internally. But if it doesn't, this basically it's sending to Google and getting the result back. Okay. 34. Okay. Unless you want this by just telling them the number. Okay. But unless you tell, okay, I want the 34 by, I don't know the English word, completely written, you have no control. Okay. So that's the limitation of this application. First limitation, you need internet. Okay. And the second one, you cannot control what you are getting from Google. Okay. That's it. You send the text and you receive a response from Google. It works very well, but as his limitation, and that's why we have Kalipso Voice. Okay. There's more questions, or I can go?
Yes, before going into that part, we have one more question from this part. I don't see Calypso. Okay, this is not a question about that, yeah, but I don't see Calypso screen, only host camera. Pablo, I think that we all can see the Calypso screen. If you can't see it, please restart the session. You can turn it off and then get in again to see if the problem gets solved. And I think we can proceed to the next part, Emmanuel.
Okay, so the voice, Calypso Voice. So Calypso Voice is a different price. It's a different, let's say, license. Okay, um, and it's here. Okay, so we use an engine to recognize and to speak that is coming from Nuance. Okay, that's an external company from CZF. So basically, we grab it, the engine, and we put it in Calypso and we make it easy to use. So if you want to try this, ask João for a license, okay? To try Calypso Voice. So text to speech and ISR, it's speech to text, automatic speech recognition, okay? Let's save it. So now my license is active and now I can, and this project now it's a Calypso Voice project, and now I can start using. I can go here to voice settings, or I can go here project settings. It's the same thing. By default, we added American English. This language, okay, German, Portuguese, Spanish, European Spanish, Italian, Netherlands, Dutch, Brazilian Portuguese, and Danish. Okay, these are a language that is already when we send you the software. And of course, please ask the license and the link for the software because it's a much bigger installation. Okay, because all the voices. And the reason why we don't add more language here, there are two reasons. One, it's get really big, okay, because these have a lot of information. And the second one, we don't have all the language in the world. So if you need some kind of language, send a message to support or send a message to me and ask me if we have that engine. Okay. So if you have a project for a customer for a specific language, we can add them. Okay. But otherwise, we don't add them all here because it will be very big. Okay. So American English, you can select again if you want a female voice or a male voice. You can change this dynamically. Okay. Let's start slowly. Okay, let me close that. Let's start slowly again. Voice here. Oops, no, this is the what I want to show you later. Okay, voice, Calypso Voice, and let's bring here text to speech, actions. Now, see, now we have everything active. Okay, Calypso Voice will work completely offline. That's our goal. Okay, you don't need internet, or let's say you are working on a warehouse where you have network, of course, to the server to get information from the server, but you don't have access to the outside world. Calypso Voice will work completely offline. All the recognition will be done in the device. And before we add this to Android, it was a bit expensive to get a device dedicated to voice. You need the Windows CE device and with a proper headset and so on. So it was quite expensive. Now it doesn't. This will run in any Android, okay? Any Android device. And of course, if you want to make this work better, we strongly recommend you to use a proper headset, okay? The headset makes a lot of difference because if you are working on a warehouse with lots of noise, the headset will filter part of that noise and the engine will work much better. Okay, this is not science. Probably you need to test and adjust, test and adjust. This is a bit of learning curve, of course, but by out of the box, the engine is already ready to recognize it. Okay, and that's what we will show here. Okay, so getting things simple. We only have one language, so I don't even need to set my language voice. I can put it, but it's not really necessary. Okay, and very similar with the other interface, I can speak a message. Okay, and that's it. Okay, then we can add an interface. Okay, and the first time you installed Calypso Voice, and then you activate the project, then you have your device, please update the key client. The key client, the that will run Calypso Voice, it's different from Calypso Pro. Okay, so do an update. This will take a while because it's sending to my Android. It's here. And this is the first thing I want to show you. If you have a test license, you will get a message like this. The project will be executed in demo mode and will close in 10 minutes. Okay? Why we get that message? Because Calypso Voice, to work with Calypso Voice, you need a license by device. Okay? So if you deploy a voice application to 10 devices, you will need 10 devices license. Okay. Why we have that? It's a bit different. It's a lot different from regular Calypso that you can distribute your application without paying anything. But with new ones, we also need to pay royalties to them. So we need to charge you that royalty too. So this is the only situation Calypso Voice needs a license. Okay, let's see. I will remove the cable because I want to show you the voice. Let me see if this works like that. No, I need to remove the cable. Hello world. Okay, so quite easy. Again, if you have an input box, a message coming from the system, something like that, you can just grab that text and speak it. Okay. Sorry, not that one. And this one. Okay. You see that we have some kind of option like spell it. Spell it can be very interesting if you want to say like code instead of spelling 110. You can say 111. And let's oops, not like this, to be faster, update. Okay, exit, update. Okay. So I will say, let's say A11. I don't know where is my camera. I'm a bit lost. Okay, something like that. And I will. Run. Okay, that's quite different from getting, and I will change this option to no, and this will try to spell it A11. And this can be dynamic. Okay, update. Okay, Calypso Voice. I'll do the same thing. A11 and A11. A11. Okay, it's quite different, but it's important. So let's say you are spelling a code to a worker that is in a warehouse and he needs to go to the place that is A01 You don't want the machine to just spell it A01. You want to spell it A01 or okay. So this is important when you are working, and there are small things like that will make the worker faster. And that's the final goal of voice by voice, to work faster. The user doesn't need to use the hands, and it will enable him to work with both hands. It doesn't need to grab a barcode reader, and it works much faster. There are many people, when we talk about voice, they think that we are grabbing the barcode and we are reading the barcode. That's not the case. That's not the case at all. If you are doing an inventory application, of course, the worker will not read this enormous barcode. That's not the goal. The goal is the opposite way. The machine will tell you how many bottles it needs to grab from water. Okay. And probably you can ask for like 2 digits to confirm from the barcode, and the worker will just say 1 and 0. That's my case. But the goal here with a voice application, it's a bit opposite. In the normal logistic application, you need the job and you go and scan the barcode. Here, it's a bit the other way. The application will tell the worker, now you go to that place and you grab 10 bottles. Just tell me that you grab 10 bottles. And the worker say 10, and that's okay. So let's start with the recognizing part. I'll put a table here without any content text. It's just a table on my screen. Okay. So voice settings. You can define words like start and stop. Okay. So if you say start, now we can trigger an action with the start. Add an event, voice, see, start. And we have another event, stop. That was the other one. And we have also one more event that is voice number letter. Okay, we'll go there. We need to activate this. Speech to text. Okay, so now we are looking at speech recognition. And basically it's set recognition, and if you want to activate or not the words. Okay, so in different screens you can activate different words. Okay, you probably not always want to have start and stop. You probably want to trigger other actions, begin, repeat, and so on. Okay, and I also want to recognize numbers. Okay, and I want a confirmation word. Let's say confirmation word will be okay. So when I will say a number, I will finish with the word okay. You can also use an activation word. The activation word, it's a bit like when you call Siri, when you call Alexa. And it's strange that Siri and Alexa it didn't start to bother me now, but it's good. Okay, but you can use that. Okay, that's the same logic. Here we are with a confirmation word to confirm that we say something and we want to recognize that. Okay, that's it. Okay, no, I'm missing one more thing. So we set the recognition, and now we need to activate the recognizer. So I will receive a word, okay, and then I will add that word to my table. Okay, because I didn't add any event. Okay, start. I can execute event. Probably it's this one, the button number 3. stop, I can close my form. And when he recognizes a letter or a number, I will want to add them to the table. Table, add line, and this will be my variable. Okay. Let me generate an update. And this because he will recognize, and I can show you my screen. Okay. So I can press the button to start this, or I will start. Probably I should have like a message telling me that I already been started. No, I don't have any one. Okay. I don't know if okay while using the application. 1 okay. 10 okay. 11 okay. So stop. Okay. Okay. Let's go to voice. Start. Okay. 1 14 okay. 19 okay. And let me exit. Stop. Stop. Okay. Exit. As you can see, it was I didn't need it to train the engine to recognize my English. My English it's far from perfect. Okay. I just tell him the words I want to recognize. And because you can trigger events here, you can open forms, call a global action set, call a local action set, add things to the table, and so on. Okay, and this is the and this is working completely offline. Okay, all the recognition is here, and of course you can combine recognition with the what's the name with the speech. Okay, so let's say you want to repeat, he can speak to you the last word that you spoke. Why not? Let's just put it here. Okay, and this will speak for me every time I do something. It's not yet activated. 9, okay. Oh, you are not listening this. Sorry, I need to remove the cable. 14, okay.
14.
Okay, so you have the confirmation that the engine really recognized what you said. Okay, and you can combine this.
0.
As you can see, sometimes he recognizes other things. Sorry, not this one. As you can see, you can go to numbers like 999. Okay, but I don't think anyone wants to spell it 843. Probably with bigger numbers, you want to recognize 843. So you can do like numbers 0 to 9 and then allow to repeat. Okay. And if you are working in a very noisy environment, you can lower or get higher the confidence level. And that's also possible, and also possible depending on the screens, because you can call these several times. And you can go in even further, and that is create a profile. I will not show you some things, okay, regarding training a profile. Let's say we have a customer in Germany that they have a Polish worker that he speaks German, but with a very strong accent. So he created a profile for him. So he will train the numbers and the words, okay? And the engine will recognize the words that he says, okay? Even if it's not perfect German, it doesn't matter, okay? And you can move the profile from device to device. So that's not just a file. So that's not really a problem. But you can go until that. Okay, so you can train a profile if you need it. Normally, you don't. Okay, you can train the time of the silence when you are speaking. So it's very it's confidence tolerance, the word confirmation, the word for cancellation. So you can finger a lot of things. Okay. Okay. Okay, so this is 101 regarding voice. You can recognize words. Stat and echo, it's to repeat what you just said. Cert signal strange, it's to recognize. You can also analyze the what you are. Let me show you. Okay. Wait. Let's bring this. One, okay. See? So this is recognizing and giving the number of the confidence level. So you can use this to inside and the final environment to see if the engine it's recognizing or not. As you can see, when I'm speaking, he's always trying to recognize something. But because I'm not delivering the confirmation word 10, okay, and it recognized. 11, okay. So he's always waiting to recognize the number and then the 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 word. Let's speak in Portuguese. What's in quatro? Okay, doesn't recognize anything. Let me exit. Okay, so we have mainly our customer use this for logistics, but it doesn't need just for picking. We have a customer that use this to, he needs to measure boxes. And it's quite a work. So you need to grab a measuring tape, you need to go and measure in the box, and then you go to the computer, and then you type the length and the other measure and so on. So, and you spend too much time going back and forward with the measuring tape. So, but if you have a phone on your arm with a headset or on your belt, you can just the phone just ask, okay, give me size A, and you just spell it. Give me size B, and you just spell it, and give me size C, and you just spell it, and that's it. And the work can work with the two hands, and it didn't need to go back and forward, grab the phone, type the number, save it, put back the phone, and so on. Grab again the measuring tapes. So it's a lot of time that you can save. And you cannot have more workers sometimes, but you can make your workers more efficient. That's all about voice. It's to get more efficient. Okay. Let me just show you a simple project that we did to show you this more in action. Go here. Whoop. It's a project. Where is it? Here.
You have 11 tasks. Go to location A0101. Pick 9 units of Coca-Cola.
9, okay.
Go to location A0103. The Pepsi Max.
8, okay.
Scan log.
Okay, now I need to scan the lot of the. Oh, where I put the barcode? It's here. I need to scan the lot. Let's pretend that's it's the lot.
Go to location
Okay.
A0104. Pick 2 bottles of orange juice.
2, okay.
Scan log. To location
Okay.
A0105.
So you can combine different things. You can combine the barcode with the voice. You can have the new finger scan to read to make your hands free. But sometimes you need to read a serial number or a lot number, and this can combine. So as you can see, I'm speaking. I can be speaking to my colleague, and this is still waiting for me to say 2, okay. 2, okay.
Go to location
Okay, so
A0106.
and it
Pick 1
it
unit
keeps
of red
going.
apple.
Okay, so I think I'm finished here. I hope we have some questions.
We have one for now. Meanwhile, I can share with all of you a video that we have on YouTube with voice speaking. I don't know if that's the application that you're showing, Emmanuel, but I believe that
It's a similar
it's
one,
pretty
but you can
similar.
show.
So yeah, I'm just gonna write it here. And this application was made in Calypso Studio, so you can all access the video on YouTube. I just sent it on the Q&A. And I think we can proceed to the questions. Meanwhile, if some of you have questions, please send it to us so we can answer to it in the next 10 to 15 minutes. The first question, Emmanuel. I believe Alejandro Romero is asking us if this could be used as a translator in real time. Maybe if the other guy uses a headset, he can listen to the message in his native language. Is it possible to do this in Calypso Studio Voice?
Translation. So you want, let's say, you want to speak in English, and then you want to get the answer or speak out in let's say Portuguese.
Yeah, I didn't understand if it's you say it in English and then you get it in Portuguese, or if you say it in English and then someone gets your message in, let's Portuguese.
If that's the idea, I don't see why not. So you have Google Translation API. So you have the speech to text in English or in your language, and then you send the text to the Google. Google will reply with the Portuguese, and then you speak out the Portuguese.
And this speaks out the Portuguese.
Yes, I don't see the problem.
Great. So we have another question from Sayad. Sorry if I misspelled your name. His question is about the language license in Calypso. Do I need a license for each individual device? Yes, you need.
Yes,
Spoke about it. Yeah.
Yes. So regarding let me put this side by side. Regarding the native part, okay, the native speech recognition, native text to speech, you don't need an extra license. Calypso Professional already have that activated. The
Native part,
speech
yeah.
recognition and text to speech with the engine Nuance, yes, you need a license for the designer, okay, and you need a license for each individual device, okay. So, and the way we license this, it's using Niche Communicator. Basically, we'll send you a code, okay, that you will add here. Okay, install on
we're
my
not
key.
seeing it. We don't.
Oh,
We're not seeing.
You don't see my screen? I will show
No,
you.
we could see your screen, but we couldn't see Niche Communicator.
Janela.
We can see your screen. You should share it again.
I think you didn't saw anything in reality. Did you saw the screen of my device? Did you saw this?
That's the screen from your device.
It
No,
was.
we couldn't see that. That's
You should told me.
you know.
Uh,
Okay.
okay, so let me just at least show you the voice sample before answering the rest. So English.
That was the sample that you were showing us now, right?
Yes,
Okay.
it was.
Okay, great.
9 units of Coca-Cola.
9. Okay.
The quantity is different from the quantity ordered. Go to location A010.
So you probably didn't understand
9
me.
units of Coca-Cola.
9. Okay.
Go to location A010.
All right, like it.
Pick 8 units of Pepsi Max.
8. Okay.
Scan log.
Okay, now I will scan.
Go to location A010.
And so on.
Lines of orange juice.
Sorry if you didn't saw this. Okay.
Thought that you had it only on your device. Otherwise, I would have told you before. Sorry.
No, and the other thing that I wanted to show you was very quickly.
Licensing on me.
Yes, licensing. We basically will send you a code here to install the license, and then you will need to license each device. Okay. The device, when opens the application, will communicate with Mesh Communicator and check if the serial number of the device is in Mesh Communicator, and if it gets licensed. Regarding the voice, yes. Where is it's here. That one. Okay. This was the signal that I want to show you. 10, okay. 14, okay. 2, okay. And then we can keep working. 10, okay. No, if it is activated. 10, okay. No, it recognized 2. It was not. 11, okay. Okay, no, it's okay. Stop, okay. And it exit. Adding the license again. This part is free. Or at least it's included. The rest, it's a different license for the designer and a license for each terminal. And you can use this on any Android. Okay, just to make things clear. Okay.
Okay, great. We got another question from Richard. How easy is it to transfer a license to a broken device?
It's easy with Mesh Communicator. It's easy. You just go here and you delete the license. You click it, delete it, and I don't have any license right now. And then you add a new one. It's quite easy. That's why we before that we had a license that was like a key on each terminal, and it was quite difficult to transfer from one terminal to the other. Basically, we need to kill the license, create a new license, so on. But that was a bit difficult. Now with Mesh Communicator, it's a no-brainer. Okay, basically we just tell you, okay, if you buy 10 licenses, here are 10 slots, and then you are filling with serial numbers, then you can remove and add another license. So you don't have problems when you send the device to repair or when you factory reset the device.
And you are completely independent on that process. You don't need us to.
Yes.
Okay. You just need us if you need the license number 11. Okay. Next question. Is it possible to get time-limited license for demo purposes? Yes, we can. I think we can work on that. Matthias. Yes.
For the terminal,
will-
I need to confirm that, but yes, I think so.